are you doing?
I'm just doing my gimmick. I'm just doing my gimmick in the background.
What's the gimmick?
Oh, I'm always doing something stupid in the corner.
Well, hey now, it's the Rob from Kiss 106 and 103GBFRocks.com. Alongside the My Living gimmick, Jerry Valeri.
Hey. I can't hear you. Oh, I see what the...
Did you set your thing up okay?
Hold... God.
What's going on?
Wait. Can you hear me?
Yeah?
The mic wouldn't turn on. I had to pound the button.
I was hearing you the whole time.
Nope. I couldn't hear myself, though.
Oh, okay.
Everything's totally good now, but the mic button sticks in here, and I do what I like to call percussive maintenance, where I just pound on it until it works.
Well, I'm glad you got it going. I'm glad everything's okay. How you doing, pal? You all right?
I'm doing okay. Yesterday, I'm sorry that I had to exit. I had explained early in the podcast that I was going to more than likely have to, and that exact scenario happened. The president of my company was just lingering outside the door, and I had to let him in. And I knew, and when he came in, the first thing he said was, "You talk a long time."
Because he thought you were voice tracking?
That I was tracking. He was like, "You're going to have to recut those tracks."
Did he say that?
Yeah, he's like, "That was too long." I was like, I was doing something else. I was working on a commercial. I said,
that was smart. Yeah, that was good.
I was like, "These weren't my tracks." And then he said, I heard, very dry gentleman, nice, but dry. And he said, I heard your show this morning, and it was okay. It actually made me laugh a couple times. And I was like, "Great. That's
nice.
Awesome. That's awesome." He said, "You have a lot of personality." And I was like, "Yeah, thank you." He was like, "At some point you're going to have to drill down into the demo, and you can't just rely on your personality." And I was like, okay, Jesus. And I just kept thinking, like, can you guys hear this? Like, I just kept thinking, like, is Rob on the other side of the podcast just howling at the fact that I'm getting shredded?
No, I potted you down, but now I wish I didn't, pal.
Oh, pal. I was just like,
what a jerk thing to... People don't know how when stuff comes down from above, I don't know about you. Well, I do know about you. It affects us deeply. It's like
I take it with me to dinner. Like I can't.
All weekend.
No, like I take the radio hat off and then I put my dad hat on. No, I'm wearing all the hats.
You can't take credit because we take a lot of pride in what we do. And, thousands of people listen to what we do. And yeah, when people above you say something crappy about it, you want to give them a Kevin Owens stunner. My
name's attached to it. I'm not Estuary Jerry. I'm not David Hopperfield. I don't have some dumb Leapin' Leah name. Like, I'm Jerry Valeri, and I take pride in what I do.
Right.
For God's sake.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really, really frustrating.
By the way, I watched the video you did with Maddie yesterday, and I know we still have to get to wrestling at some point, but I wouldn't rat on a family member for any of those things.
I believe you.
I wouldn't. Well, it depends on the family member. There are some that I'd be like, "Yep, you're gone, you're done." But like you, I was actually using you in my head, not a family member. Would I call the cops on Rob for anything? No. The answer is no. Pick a scenario, baby. I'm carrying a shovel through the woods for you. Well, like I'm not calling the cops. I'm burying the body.
Okay, no, I'm with you. But best friend is different than family member. Like I love you more than I love most of my family members.
That's true, and that's a fair point.
Yeah,
that's a fair point.
So
yep.
I'm just saying, like I don't know. Think about maybe I don't know a sibling or whatever, and. If you knew that person killed someone, I would be more apt to call the cops on a sibling who killed someone than Jerry.
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say about that one. You want to talk about SmackDown?
Let's talk about wrestling here, pal. Let's do it. Should we talk about Kevin Owens first before we get to SmackDown? The fact that he's off the WWE page and he's blacked out his Twitter account. And
Jerry, you had me in hysterics yesterday. Because I think you were shooting and I was just losing it because, oh my God, I posted on the Post to Post Facebook page yesterday that Yeah. Oh my gosh, that Kevin Owens profile has been moved to the alumni section of WWE.com, kind of like assuming everyone would just know that this is how it's funny how seriously they're taking this. Like they're really committing to this bit.
He's taken the WWE off his Twitter. He's blacked it out completely. And I started working at one point, but at the beginning I was shooting.
That's what that's all I needed was that first message was a shoot. And I just was like, oh my God, Jerry thinks I'm being serious.
I was like, it's a work, pal. And then I was like, he signed a 5-year contract. Why don't you guys just simmer down? And then I started getting made fun of, and I was like, oh hell, I worked myself into a shoot.
Oh my God, dude, it was so, because I was like, obviously everyone will know this is a work. And Detective Jerry, Sherlock Valeri comes over. He's like, guys, I don't know about this. I'm pretty sure Kevin just signed like a 5-year deal with the company. I don't think he can break it. I think this might be a work.
It was more obnoxious than that. It was like, you dummies, he just signed a 5-year deal. How am I the smartest mark in the room here? It's a work, clearly, you idiot.
Oh my God, Jerry. It was just perfect. Thank you I needed that last night. Thank you.
Oh, you guys. And then Mike posted the what chant. Oh, I'll kill you all.
Oh man.
Yeah. If you don't like the Post to Post Facebook page, seek it out and like it, because we have fun on there.
Facebook.com/Post to Post podcast.
There it is.
2 is the number 2.
Here we go to SmackDown. Let's
straight week 4, I believe, without a signature at the top of the show. I don't know why. Now. I don't know why I'm so distracted by it, but I'm always looking for it now. It's not. It's just not there.
It's gone.
I wonder why.
It's gone. I'll be more so now. Now it's just like they clearly made the decision to get rid of it there. But if it just comes back, I'll think it was a screw up.
It's been 4 straight weeks, pal.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird. Trying to think of some of I think that my favorite thing on the show.
Well, let's start at the very top, can we?
All right, sure. Do you want to start with the New Day celebration?
Yeah, because do I like it? Do I hate it? Was it too weird? Was it just weird enough? What I mean, like I can't make my mind up about this segment. There were times where I was like, oh, this is really funny, and then I was like, this is so stupid, and I was like, well, this is okay, and I was like, why is this wasting my time? Like I just kept flip-flopping back and forth. It was really weird, my liege, and then you bring out King Booker, and that was a fun surprise, but it was just, I don't know. And then they're doing spinneroonies.
Dude, I feel the same way about Booker T that I feel about Shawn Michaels. Especially King Booker, if Booker's not wrestling, or really, I'll just say like Booker T post, I'll say 2005. Really, yeah, I'll say Booker T post 2005. I'll pass.
But I always did like Booker. I liked him in Harlem Heat. I liked him as single run in WCW, WWE. He's really the breakout from the Invasion. I mean,
sure.
if you had to say there's one person that benefited the most from WCW coming to WWE, it's Booker T. That's the answer.
Yeah, Booker T, RVD are probably the top 2. Oh, and by the way, I've got my one of my new shirts.
DX, love that shirt.
Yeah, and it doesn't say 2 words "suck it" on the back. It actually says, you want to read it to him, Jer?
Break it down.
Yeah.
Break it down. I thought, because you have so many Christmas shirts, I thought I was going to say like 2 words. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, no Christmas here, pal. But yeah, Booker, and the spinneroonie I'm over, and I could tolerate him. I liked his stuff early Invasion. I liked his stuff with Triple H. I liked his stuff with 20
minutes, like a huge chunk, a sixth of SmackDown used for this weirdness.
I didn't need it.
I didn't love it.
Yeah,
but I didn't hate it either.
But I didn't love it. Didn't need it.
Part of me liked it at first, and then I stopped liking it, and then they were doing the spinneroonies, and I was like, oh God, get me. I feel a lot about Booker at this point as I do about New Day with pancakes. Like I'm just over it.
Yeah, I don't get a pop from the pancakes anymore.
I didn't get a pop from the pancakes ever, and I didn't get a pop from the ice cream cart either. Like that is the last time they did something that really got me was the horn, and since then
I like that they had their own table set up throughout SmackDown. That was fine.
Yep.
I had another thought about this, but I can't seem to remember what it was. Oh, I do think, I mean, this is a celebration that's definitely worthy, I think, of this attention because they finally did break CM Punk's record. So I feel like it's time to, make this a big deal.
Can we keep the wise assery to a minimum today? It's a work. Quit working me.
I'm just saying, they finally did it, and it's worthy of this.
It's not always going to be because they wanted to get it done, but that particular instance, they wanted to surpass Punk. And I'm not getting into a fight with you about this today.
A record. It's not a thing.
What do you think about the Hell in the Cell announcement yesterday?
Which one are you talking about?
Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton.
I guess the best way I can sum that up is K.
I feel like that some might disagree with me, but I feel like their feud isn't to that boiling point yet. And I know that they've been smashing each other around, and I know Jeff Hardy's going to pretty much kill himself on this Hell in the Cell. Is this the first time he's ever been in a cell? Like, that's kind of exciting, but I don't want him to die.
So we've talked about this before.
He's going to do a swanton bomb off the cage, right?
The cage has closed, though. I don't know how we would really do that.
Well, they'll climb up.
So he'll do it like off the middle of the cage?
They'll get out somehow. I mean, how did Mankind get up there? I don't know. Maybe they'll start up there.
Oh, dude, those new cells are way higher than the one that Mankind fell off of. He's not doing a swanton off the damn thing unless there's like a super protective thing at the bottom.
I don't know. I just think it's funny that, like, didn't we have a story that said he's going to stop doing the swanton, and now he does it everywhere he goes?
He's stopped doing it as much as possible. Yeah, and like that's the thing though. The one at SummerSlam, we talked about this. It was such a bad move, I thought, because it looked so bad and it probably hurt like a mother. But he didn't get any height. He just kind of like fell. I don't know. I didn't like it.
No, the reward did not outweigh the risk.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I was trying to say. And the other thing I wanted to say was, we've talked about this in the past before. We seem to talk about it every year around Hell in a Cell time. Hell in a Cell no longer is determined by a feud and is just a calendar event now. And I hate that.
Yeah, I think that there are some feuds that could go into a cell right now. I don't mind seeing Braun and Roman in a cell because they've had every other match imaginable when they had their big feud, ambulance matches and things of that nature. But I think if you were going to pick any feud right now to go in a cell, I'd put Joe and AJ in there.
Well, if Joe and AJ are ready for it, I feel like Orton and Hardy are. I actually really don't have a problem. I think these two are kind of ready for it, I guess.
But they're not. They can't put AJ and Joe in a Hell in a Cell because they've got to have a Wendy Styles on a pole match.
Well, and let's be real. The one that everyone's looking forward to at Hell in a Cell is definitely Charlotte and Becky Lynch, the real main event. Is that going to be in a cell?
Yep.
You think?
Don't you think?
She did use the B. She did use the B word.
She did. She said TikTok, bitch, and that's an instant way to get over. She's been working on promo class with Roman Reigns.
It is becoming a wrestling thing to pause for 3 seconds before you use the word bitch. It's so weird.
Son of a bitch. I said, oh, it's all weird. They're not going to have a Hell in a Cell without a women's Hell in a Cell match. That's where we are in the world right now.
So hold on. What do we have announced in a cell? Because right now, is Strowman and Reigns in a cell?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the condition of the cash-in. I'm cashing in a cell.
Which means I promise the Shield will get into the cell.
And maybe McIntyre and Ziggler, we don't know how that's going to play.
Yeah, but if the reason they're going in a cell is to keep people out, people won't stay out.
And if they all go in, we have a de facto war games on our hands.
And then we do know it was announced that Orton and Hardy will be in a cell. So I think there was a show that had 3 in it before, I think.
Yeah, remember they started with one. It was the Roman Reigns one. That was the one that had New Day and the Usos.
And then the women.
I thought that, and that Usos New Day one was the best of the Hell in the Cells that day.
Yeah, that was still my favorite New Day match. When I think of my favorite New Day matches,
I'm looking up the official card. Don't think I'm just being distracted here.
I would never.
so distracted. I wouldn't blame you. Okay, here's what's been announced. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maurice.
Yeah, the only reason I'm okay with this is because we need to prolong Miz and Bryan. But boy, you're adding 2 gallons of crap to 2 gallons of ice cream. I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys sort out which one's which.
Yeah, well, I mean,
there's a great quote from my buddy John. And he was talking about, it was a match between there was like a match between it was like a Royal Rumble of 2005, and it was supposed to be like Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, and then they added Big Show to the match to make it a 3-way match. And he goes, you know what happens when you mix 2 gallons of ice cream with you know what happens when you mix 2 gallons of ice cream with 1 gallon of crap? And I said, what's that? And he goes, you got 3 gallons of crap.
Yeah, it's true.
So
he's not wrong.
No, so I feel like adding 2 gallons of crap to 2 gallons of ice cream is going to give us 4 gallons of crap.
Right. Well, you know, Daniel and the
Bellas need to go the F.
Magic.
The Bellas need to GTFO.
I can't stand the Bellas. I mean, you heard my opinion on them yesterday. I'm Team Maurice. I like Maurice. I like that Maurice came out and put Brie on her face. I thought the match leading up to it, the Miz and Andrade, was fun. And that was a fun, fresh matchup, although I wish they'd stop blowing through all these Daniel Bryan matchups and make us wait for a couple things. I
wasn't too upset about them blowing that one out just because I paid attention to it, which is more than I can say for much of anything on Raw. Oh, hey, you want another great example of 2 gallons of 2 gallons of ice cream and 1 gallon of crap?
Sure.
You add the colognes to a match, and it made it garbage. It was, dude, their timing. Watch anytime they do one of those backcracker spots, everyone's all over the place.
Mess.
They should just call them the colons because they're just turds.
So now they're doing another tag tournament, really?
It's not even like, this isn't even as cool. It's like you don't even get a graphic for this one.
They just did a tag tournament, and then they crowned them, and immediately they're having another one. So that's SmackDown Tag Championship tournament winners versus New Jay, Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch and Charlotte, but no stipulations have been announced. The only 2 Hell in a Cells are Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, Braun, and Roman.
It's already one too many.
Or as we call it, Strowman Reigns.
Strowman Reigns. You know, if we could, I know we've been kind of hitting the women kind of hard this week. I've got another one for you. Just another great reason why a woman shouldn't be general manager. Always late.
Always late.
That was a mistake. That wasn't a gimmick.
She's on page time. You think that was not planned?
No. What was the payoff to having her be late?
Her coming out acting all out of breath.
Daniel, that wasn't acting. She was clearly not ready for her cue. They were probably calling all over the back looking for her. They don't want to play her music if she's not going to come out. So Daniel Bryan has to kill time. That was definitely a shoot.
And he has to look stupid while he does it.
Correct.
He has to look stupid and take the blame like, well, that's awkward and that's embarrassing. And she should have just come out and been like, you know what? I was getting triple teamed in the back as usual.
Xavier Woods is back here, and I thought I saw, what's his name? Who's the other guy? I always forget his name. I can't remember that guy's name.
I never can remember it either. Brad something?
Yes, thank you, Maddox.
Yeah.
BM.
Okay. I was sparkling up a championship belt backstage.
Shining the belt.
Making
sure it's nice and sparkly for everybody. I don't want to know what belt was that they used and who won the belt next.
It was the original Divas belt.
Was it the Divas or NXT?
Divas, it was NXT. It was the original NXT women's belt, but I think they've since changed the look of that belt.
Someone do some homework for me. Find out who won the belt that Maddox shined up with Paige. I want to know who won the belt from her. If anyone has any, I need to know that.
Because how upset are you? You know, you win a belt. What do? Sometimes people kiss the championship like, oh, yes, I won.
Yeah.
And then you see that somebody spelunked.
I mean, Shawn Michaels, when the boyhood dream came true at WrestleMania 12, he made out with the title.
Yeah, little did he know that Diesel was duking and diving all over the thing before he got it. Who was the champion before he won it?
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. So Bret Hart was getting.
Bret Hart could have. All right, hold on. I'm pulling up Wikipedia now. Unless
NXT Women's Championship.
All right, give me a second here. I got to know this.
That's fine. Listen, while you're looking,
okay.
I will explain. This is important.
I got it. So Paige is the first women's champion. And then, so Paige defeated Emma in the finals of an 8-woman tournament to become the inaugural champion. WWE recognizes Paige's reign as beginning July 24th, 2013, when the episode aired on tape delay. So then the NXT general manager, John Bradshaw Layfield, which I didn't even know he was the general manager of NXT, he stripped Paige of the title when she moved on to the main roster after winning the WWE Divas Championship. We all remember that.
Sure.
So then who won it after JBL stripped Paige of it?
Who?
Charlotte. Charlotte defeated Natalya in the finals of an 8-woman tournament to win the vacant championship. So the first 2 title reigns of the NXT Women's Championship were all determined by an 8-woman tournament.
Woo! I just wonder how long after Brad Maddox or whoever, how long after somebody dropped their load did she drop the title?
I don't have a timestamp on the mushroom stamp, but I love wrestling and I love Post to Post and I love this group that we've assembled of just people who all get everything. Was that story last year or this year? Oh, that was, I think, 2 years ago. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Man, oh man. She's a mess. Anyway, so she must have I guess it was last summer. I think it was summer 17. Yeah, she got a postie for it. She's not up for a postie this year for it. But okay. I was wondering I thought it was weird that they had her come out and like act all out of breath and be late. So you think that was a screw up? Without a doubt. There was no reason to have it otherwise. It didn't play into anything. I don't know, Rob. Are you sure we weren't getting worked? Guys, I don't know about this, but I just read Kevin. You kill me, man. You kill me. Yeah. All right. What's next? What's worth talking about? It's still real to me. I think my favorite part of the show was probably Joe, as the new shirt says. Love Joe. I mean, this feud, for whatever reason, I think I speak for everyone when I say is really working for me. It's hitting all the mark. I love how they make Wendy a character without even having to show her. I love how real it feels, even though I'm sure that everybody's totally fine with everything. The whole thing. Plus, they gave us a nice little subtle cliffhanger for next week. Right. I'm telling you, Joe's in his head. I love the whole thing. We're going to get Wendy Styles on a pole. This is amazing. If my name were Joe, I would have bought that shirt last night. It just says Joe a bunch of times on it. Just Joe. Yeah, I would have bought that. If that said Rob, I would have bought that. It doesn't take much, I'm sorry, it takes a lot to get Rob to buy a shirt that isn't $2.99. Yeah, like this one I bought, but it was $3.99. Right. Break it down. All right, so I think that that worked for it. What else happened last night? Let me pull up. I think we hit the major stuff. I got to. We hit all the main stuff. What else is there? There's dumb weirdo Booker T doing the weirdo thing. There's another tag tournament that nobody gives up about. There was one match was announced. There was Billie Kay defeating Naomi. I would give Billie Kay one of my babies. She just does it for me, man. Allison. No, I'd make a new one. Oh. I'm not giving her the ones that I have now. I'm like just giving her. I'd be like, I really like your work. Here's a child. No, I want to have sex with her. Oh, gotcha. That's what I'm saying. I know the unprotected fashion. Hey, listen, I don't want to come down on Billie Kay, but I am still. If there was I'm a Peyton Royce guy, buy that one too. There it is. Here's the thing. They're very good until the bell rings. They don't do it for me when the bell rings. That walk to the ring, though, pal. Roll Tide.
I'm all about it. The only other thing is I hope we're leading up to a match, possibly at Survivor Series, between R-Truth and Carmella. I love the stuff they're doing with R-Truth. I think it's interesting to me that R-Truth is relegated to this dumb comedy role that he does when he has a better body than anyone on the roster. He was a former champion. Like, I don't know how he's fallen so hard. He seems like a guy that just does anything and does everything.
Champion of what?
Didn't he win a championship?
In TNA, he was champion. And I mean,
sure.
But I mean, when I say he was a champion, I imply world champion. I'm sure he's been a champion of something.
Right. I just think that he could have been taken more seriously than he gets taken now.
For sure. But there's just like, man, they always keep a few spots for comedy roles. Like it used to be Santino and it's been Goldust. And I just think that he's relegated to that comedy role now.
Because he's good at it. That's a shame because he's good at it.
I guess, man, they were so on to something the one time. Didn't he blow smoke in someone's face one time?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like Jericho or CM Punk or something like that. Someone I'm sure watching this will remember who he smoked a cigarette in England and blew it in someone's face like very disrespectfully. And he was really on to something. He was on to like a really heel turn. It was exciting, but it just was so short-lived.
Morton Downey Jr. style.
Yeah, it was good. I don't think there's anything else we really need to get to today. I think we got it all, right, pal?
Heels smoke cigarettes, pal.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
I thought I had one more thing to get to, but I can't remember what it is for the life of me now. So
I don't know. All I can say is pack your bags, Allison. I'm giving you to Billie Kay.
I would give her my 4th grader.
God, Billie Kay, I want to see you naked so bad. Here's my 5th grader. Jesus.
All right, guys. Listen, thanks for watching today. I don't know is there a question we can ask? I don't even know if there is one. Just let us know what you thought of SmackDown.
Yeah, no, I have a question. It's perfect. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Bitch.
On that note, we'll see you guys on Tuesday with another episode of Post to Post.
I said bitch at the end, so that immediately gets me over. I'm a heel. Bitch.